Hello again from Ireland. So I missed podcasting the past couple of days, and I can't remember if when I said I was going to podcast daily, I added the disclaimer of if possible, because the last couple of days were kind of funny. On Thursday, I had absolutely no connectivity, which is weird because I was able to connect on Wednesday and I was at the same place. So who knows what the deal was there, Mercury in retrograde or something. And then Friday night, the last day of my tour, we got to the hotel room and I went down and had a final meetup with the people that had traveled with me, answered questions about, their trips home and how to handle the VAT and the airport and everything like that. And then when I got back up to my room, I turned on the lights and they came on, and then half of the room lost electricity. And it was the weirdest thing. So the hotel called their maintenance man, and he was at home, and it was like 9 o'clock. A sweet guy came out, tried to fix it, and he's just like, this is the strangest thing I've ever seen. So he left me his industrial flashlight so I could have light in the bathroom. So that is why I did not send up a podcast last night. So what I'm going to do today is give you an update of the last couple of days. But first, I want to answer a listener question. Shannon R. has been following my travels. Thanks so much, Shannon. I really appreciate it. And asked, she said, I noticed you're in Kilkenny. Have you ever done a hurling tour in the city or elsewhere? And this is a really great question. I have not. It's something that I've wanted to do, and I just haven't been able to fit it into my schedule yet. But that said, I did speak with James Kavanagh of Hurling Tours Ireland in Kilkenny in podcast episode 151. We talked about the sport, how it's played, and why Kilkenny is the home of hurling. Now, I've had quite a few people that I have worked with on vacation coaching or custom itineraries go and take hurling tours in Kilkenny, and all of them have said that it is a terrific experience, something they really, really enjoyed doing. Now, most of these people are, they like sports. They're very sporty. They have kids who are sporty. So that is really kind of what pushed them toward that activity. I'm not a sporty person, but I'm willing to try anything once. So one of these days I will. But anyway, it's gotten rave reviews from the people that I have sent there. So I say, Shannon, if you are interested in hurling, definitely go to Kilkenny, take one of the hurling tours there, and have a lot of fun. Again, that is podcast episode 151 with James Kavanagh of Hurling Tours Ireland. So be sure to give it a listen. All right. So we're going to drill down on those final days of my Celtic Experience tour. In the last podcast, we'd driven from Doolin in County Clare to Loch Esk Castle just outside of Donegal town in the county of Donegal. Now, Loch Esk Castle is one of my favorite places to stay because it's so quiet and so tranquil. There aren't a lot of on-site activities, so you really can relax and unwind. And at the end of a busy tour, everybody's ready for that, and everybody they loved the downtime. They loved the peacefulness, the walking through the grounds, taking out the bikes that are on site. You can sign those out and take a ride around the area. It's really just so beautiful. The next day, which was Thursday, we drove along that beautiful, dramatic southern Donegal coast out to Glencalmkill for a sheepdog demonstration with James at Away to Me. Now, this was a really terrific demonstration. I loved the fact that we could see that the dogs were so excited that James was out there, that he was getting them to go work with the sheep. They absolutely loved him. You could just see how much the dogs really loved him. They wanted to make him happy, wanted to please him, and how it was reciprocated. He was so good. His dogs were just excited. One of them was, jumping, at him to give her attention, give her love, and he didn't break his stride at all. He would love on his dog and keep talking to us, and it was really, really great to see that mutual love between the dog and the handler. And gosh, it was just so much fun. The dogs were so excited to work. James answered every question that we had. We never felt rushed. We didn't feel pushed to end our visit. It was just really, really great. And then out at the end of that peninsula, Malenbeog, it's absolutely amazing. You are literally at the end of the earth, and it's a stunning, stunning location. So I would say that if you are out in the Glencalm-Kill area, definitely check out Away to Me sheepdog demonstrations if you've not seen sheepdogs work. It will it'll be a highlight of your trip. It was really, really good. Now from there, we actually retraced our steps back to the Schlevelig Cliffs. It was another sunny and hot day, and Ireland was showing off. We had beautiful clear views. The water was a stunning blue. There was a nice breeze up on the mountain. Just an absolutely, absolutely beautiful visit. Very, very busy that day. Now, for those who are planning a self-drive visit, I want to let you know things are different this year than they have been in the past. There is a new visitor center. It is managed by the local area, and what they've done is they have built that to take fees for visiting to keep the roads and everything up. The road works have been done. It is a very nice road up there now, as opposed to the kind of cracking, crumbling road that it used to be. So if you're planning a self-drive visit, know that you can park at the base of the cliffs and walk up for free. It's a really nice walk on a fine day. We've done it. It's, it's all uphill, but then your return is all downhill. So, it's a nice walk though. Or you can pay at the new visitor center, and they have a shuttle that will take you to the top. And I think it's maybe €4 per adult, and I believe it's a little less for kids. So it's not an expensive ride up, and it'll get you up there, and then you can climb a bit higher from the parking lot up the cliff a little bit. Private vehicles are not allowed to drive to that upper parking area of the cliffs anymore. So just know that. On our way back to the castle, we did make a quick stop in Killybegs. Killybegs is a massive fishing village, and that's where you're going to see those huge fishing ships. And if you get a chance, talk to somebody on the docks. We spoke to a guy there, and he kind of filled us in on kind of the rules of fishing in Ireland. They're really, really restricted. It's insane. When you hear it, it's just insane. So try to talk to somebody if you do stop there. It will be a very interesting conversation, I promise you. And then back to Loch Esk Castle, a nice relaxing afternoon, and then a group dinner to kind of the last big night group dinner. And then Friday we said goodbye to Loch Esk Castle and made the trek back to Dublin with stops at Trim Castle, which is the largest Norman castle in Ireland. It's where Braveheart was filmed. Really a stunning castle to see. They do not take reservations for tours, so unfortunately when we got there, the tour that was going was too full, so we just got some of the guides and did the exterior touring a bit, and then stop at the Hill of Tara, the site of the High Kings of Ireland, and then back on to Dublin, where we said goodbye at our airport hotel. Now today I drove to Cappoquin in County Waterford, where I'm rusticating in an 18th century Georgian mansion. Kind of. I will tell you more about that on tomorrow's podcast. So don't forget, I would love to answer your questions on the podcast. Just email me, Jody, Jody, at IrelandFamilyVacations.com. Write podcast question in the subject line, And be sure to let me know if I can use your first name and the first initial of your last name, or your first initial of your first name and your last name. Anyway, let me know if I can give you a shout out on the podcast when I answer your question. Thanks so much for listening, and until tomorrow, slán go fóill.